So guys, this is the second part of this video. In case you've not seen the cutting video for this, please check the description box. The cutting video is there. Once you're done watching, you can then come back to see this. Also, you're gonna see the cutting video and the sewing video for the trouser. You should be in the description box or on the screen right there. Okay, so now let's start sewing the blouse. Okay, so this is the front and back bodice. Why this is this, these are the sleeves for the right and for the left. So these are the sleeves, and this is my rope for the looping. Now we'll start with the front. I told you guys when I was cutting the video, there is no darts on this, so there's no darts. So I'm just going to do the facing. So for the facing, I definitely need to do this first. Okay, so for the facing, I need to do this first. So I'm going to sew the tiny faces. I think there are 10 in numbers, so I'm going to do them, and also the rope, sew it and keep, so that when I'm sewing my facing, I'm going to use it to sandwich in between the facing and the main fabric. All right, okay, so these are the loops that I cut. I don't know what it's called. I'm just calling loops on this one. I don't know what it's called, but these are what I'm going to use to create the loops, while this is for the rope. Right, so for me to sew, sew this loop, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. So what I do is, on the wrong side, I fold in here and here. Okay, so I didn't show you guys the cutting video for this. Okay, so here the length is 3 inches, then the width is 2. All right, so the 2, okay, this is the right side, this is the wrong side. So you fold it in like this, fold this one too in, then join them together like this, then you sew it straight down. All right, so guys, I'm done sewing the rope and these tiny loops. All right, so it's the same way I did the loops, that's the same way I also did the rope. Okay, so I'll keep the rope aside, but for now we don't really need it. Okay, let's check which piece is this. Okay, this is the back piece, so let's join the back piece first, then we'll do this after. Okay, so to do the facing, remember the back piece is 2 pieces, so my facing is actually 2 as well. So we'll keep one side, we'll turn this the right side, this is the wrong side, so we'll turn to the right side, this is the right side. Okay, I believe this is the wrong facing. Okay, this is the right facing. So this is the right side of facing, this is the right side of the back piece, one of the back piece, one half of the back piece. Okay, so you match it up. This is why when we're cutting, we make sure that we cut that neckline perfectly well, so that when you're matching the facing to the neck piece, it matches completely well. Okay, so this is it. So we're going to sew here with 1/4 inch and just sew it up to that place. Okay, so let's do that now. So now I'm done stitching here. Flip it like this. The seam area where you stitched should be on the facing area. So we're going to sew just close to this line, just tiny, right, all the way down, so that this facing is going to sit properly well at the back. We're using this facing to do a clean finishing for the neck. Okay, so let's sew the facing. Let's stop stitch right now. So this is it. So when you flip it over, it's sitting well. I'm still going to gum this to this. I will use hemming gum to gum it so that it doesn't come out when you wear your blouse. Okay, so let's do the other one. So now I'm done with these two. We'll keep them aside for now and focus on the front pieces. The front piece, because the front is one, so the front piece. Right? So basically this is how the front is going to work. Like we did other one, the front. Okay, let's keep on this one side. Save it. Okay. So this is the front. This is our loop. So we have to fix our loop this way. So I'm gonna mark where I want each loop to sit. Alright? So I don't want it to get to the top part, so I might come down a bit. I'll come down by 4 here, and let's come down by 4. So that's where the loop will start from. So when I come down by 4, let's see what's left. So we're not going to start from here, so I think somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. So okay, so this is 7. Alright, so we have 7 and we have 10 pieces of this. So obviously 5 on this side, 5 on this side. So how are we going to divide it up to know where each loop is going to sit? So if I do 1.5 interval, so this 1, this 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Okay, so it ended here. So that means our looping will start from somewhere here. I think that's fine. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'll mark the same thing here. So now when fixing the loop, they are both equal. Okay, so now let's fix the loop and pin it down. So that's what I'm going to do. So to do that, this is how we fold the loop. We keep on loop. This is how we fold it. So like this, make like a triangle casing. So like this. So this is the one that will be showing, while this will be at the back. So if this is what I'm showing, this is how we're going to place it. Like this. Okay, so that when it flips to this side, this is the correct side I show. Alright, so guys, I basically changed my mind. I didn't use this anymore. I decided to use bias. So I cut my bias. The length is 2.5. So I decided to use the bias because it's quite lighter than this. This way thicker. So I wanted something light, so I had to use the bias for it. So after I pinned down where I wanted them to be, I had to stitch through them so that they will be firm for me to put my facing. Alright, so now I'm going to place my facing above this. So as I was saying, I was sandwiching this in between the fabric and the facing. So this is the facing. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the right side of the facing. So you make sure you sandwich it. The V points, both of them has to meet. Okay, so if you want to pin, you pin. So I think I'll pin mine so that it stays still. Okay, right, so I pinned there. So now I'm going to pin this part and this part as well, so that everything is sitting pretty. Okay, so I'm going to sew through 1/4 inch. I'm going to sew through like that, okay? point, we're going to just snip so a bit close to the line, so that when you're flipping it over, it sits very well, like it relaxes very well. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is to top stitch. So you see how nicely looking our loops are looking. So once you stitch and you're flipping over, the loop comes this way. All right, so now we're going to stitch. Make sure this where you stitch is on this facing, so we'll stitch all the way like that. Okay, I'll give it a good press and also use my hemming gum to gum this together so it's going to sit properly. All right, so I'm going to do that, then I'll come back to show you what to do next. So guys, I'm done applying the hemming gum. Now look how it looks. This is the back, okay, and this is the front. Okay, so I also did for the back. All right, so for both the back and the front, the shoulder area, I didn't gum it because I'm going to join this back shoulder to the front shoulder. After I'm done doing that, then I'll go gum what's remaining. All right, so I just gum some parts so I can like sit properly. Okay, this is how the back neckline is looking, and this is the other piece. This is how it's looking. So it gives it this finished look. If you don't do this, you can actually use bias to finish up your neck. I love using interfacing on that. Right? Okay, so now we're going to join the back shoulder to the front shoulder. Okay, so this part is because the front side facing the front side. So for this one, this is the center back. So the center back will be here. Okay, so I'm whole. So I'm going to join these two shoulders. So since I have facing for both of them, what I will do is I'll open up this one like this, and also open up this one. This one I think I overstitched it, but I'll find it out, just losing the bit. Then I'll make sure these two meet, then I'll sew it straight line. So I'll do this for this shoulder, I'll also do it for the other shoulder. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So when you look at the back, this is the back. There's this clean finishing on the shoulder, and when you look at the front, it's like they run through on the same line. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is to go finish gumming this other parts. All right. Okay, so I'm done gumming the part that so I'm going to trim out this excess. Now what we're going to do next is to fix the sleeves. Alright? That's what we're going to do next, to fix the sleeves. Okay? So I love fixing my sleeves before joining the sides because it's quite easy for me. Fix the sleeve, then from the sleeve you sew all the way down to the sides. Alright? These are the sleeves. I'm going to notch the middle area of the sleeve so that I can match it up with this shoulder, middle of the shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to take one of the sleeves. The good side of the sleeve will be facing the good side of the fabric, the neck fabric. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to take this where I notched. This is the armhole area. Okay. This is the armhole area, so I'm going to match up the notch to the armhole joining, the shoulder joining for the front and the back. So I'm going to match it up with this notch on the sleeve. Okay. Then pin. So I'm going to do the pinning all round this place. So I'm going to do here first. any excess remaining, I will just plait it. All right, so I'm going to do for this sleeve and do for the other side as well. I'm done pinning the sleeve to the blouse, both of them. So now I'm going to sew this one first. After sewing this one, I'm going to sew this one. Okay. Before I finish sewing both sides, for the sleeve, this is the sleeve, I already mark out where I want my elastic to sit. You know, my sleeve length normally is 25 or 24 depending on what I'm sewing. So I want it to be a flay down, like a flay that will cover my fingers. Alright, so for where the elastic will start, I didn't start on my wrist directly. I came up by 2 inches. So from here, this is it. So my sleeve length is, I think, 30. Yeah, my sleeve length is 30. So I made up 9 inches. Then mark out a line all through. So that I'm going to use my elastic to run through this. I will do the same thing for the other sleeve. Effect I'm telling you about. Here is ball and here is flay. Okay, so now I'm going to join both sides together. So right side facing right side. So I'll match up this elastic area. I'll pin it down because I love to make sure that any two pieces that I like has to match up. Right, so I'm going to sew from here down to this armhole. Pin up my armhole as well. Here. I'm done joining the sides, so the next thing I'm gonna hem the sleeve. I'm gonna hem the sleeve and also hem the blouse length. Okay, so I'm done hemming. It's time for the zip. Fold it like this. That's the right side facing each other. Okay, like this. So the zip will run through this all the way up. So I'll take 1 inch for the allowance. Okay, so I've marked my 1 inch. So I'll place it like this, just a few inches above the hem. Okay, so place it like so. These are the markings that we made. Guys, we are done with this beautiful blouse. Okay, so So we're done, guys. So what's just left just to loop it. This is the end of the sewing video, right? So if you've not seen the cutting video, please do so, because I'm going to drop the link down in the description box, or it's going to be up there in the right top corner, my right top corner. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Like, it will go a long way for me. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.